Your brain is lying to you. Right now, at this very moment, it's filtering reality, deciding what you see, feel, and experience. But here's the shocking part. Most of what you think is real is just an illusion, a carefully crafted perception designed to keep you functioning, not thriving. Science has already proven that we don't actually touch anything, that colors don't exist outside our minds, and that reality itself may be a simulation. But what if you could break free from this mental cage? What if the key to unlocking hidden abilities was already inside your brain, waiting for you to use it? In this video, we're going deep into the hidden abilities of your mind, secrets buried in neuroscience, quantum physics, and ancient wisdom. These are practical insights that can rewire your brain and unlock abilities you never imagined. Each point will progressively build on the last, revealing deeper and deeper layers of how you can take control of your reality. Pay close attention. 1. Your brain doesn't see reality, it constructs it. Everything you experience, sight, sound, taste, even time, isn't reality itself, but your brain's interpretation of electrical signals. Your eyes don't see, they collect light. Your ears don't hear, they detect vibrations. Your brain decodes this data and builds a version of reality for you. But here's the catch. Most of it is filtered, distorted, or even fabricated to fit what your brain expects to see. The reticular activating system, RAS, is a part of your brain that decides what is important and what gets ignored. Ever notice how when you learn a new word, you suddenly start hearing it everywhere? That's not coincidence. It was always there, but your brain was ignoring it. The same applies to opportunities, solutions, even entire ways of thinking. If you believe life is full of obstacles, your brain will show you only obstacles. But if you believe life is full of opportunities, suddenly they appear everywhere. This is why conscious attention is the key to hacking your perception. By deliberately choosing what you focus on, you can begin rewiring your reality. This is the foundation of manifestation, intuition, and even advanced problem solving. The world you experience is not objective. It's a projection of your mindset, beliefs, and focus. 2. You never truly touch anything. Here's why. Right now, you feel like you're touching the screen, the table, or your clothes, but in reality, you never touch anything at all. On an atomic level, your body is made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. And here's the mind-blowing part. No two protons can ever physically touch each other because they're both positively charged and repel each other with an invisible force. What you perceive as touch is actually the electromagnetic force field around your atoms repelling the atoms of whatever you're trying to touch. This means that the feeling of a soft pillow, the roughness of a rock, even pain, all of it is just your brain's interpretation of electrical signals. Your mind creates the sensation of touch, where there is actually just empty space between atoms. But if we never truly touch anything, then what happens when we scratch ourselves, hold hands, or even walk on the ground? The answer lies in nerve signals. Your brain assigns meaning to pressure, vibration, and texture, even though there's always an invisible gap between objects. This means that reality itself is more like a hologram, where interactions happen on an energy level rather than through direct contact. 3. Time is an illusion and you can manipulate it. Time feels constant. Seconds, minutes, and hours tick away at a steady pace, right? Wrong. Einstein proved that time is not fixed. It bends, stretches, and even slows down depending on speed and gravity. But what's even more fascinating, your perception of time is flexible too. Have you ever been in an emergency and felt like everything was in slow motion? This is called time dilation, and it happens because your brain speeds up its processing power under stress, making time feel stretched. On the other hand, when you're distracted, hours can vanish in what feels like minutes. This means that time is a psychological construct, one that can be trained. By practicing mindfulness, deep focus, and controlled breathing, you can enter states where time feels slowed down or expanded. Some elite athletes use this to react faster, and monks use it to enter states of deep meditation, where hours feel like minutes. Your perception of time is not fixed. It's an illusion shaped by your mental state. 4. Your thoughts directly affect reality. Your brain isn't just observing the world, it's shaping it. Studies in quantum physics show that particles behave differently when they are observed. This suggests that the act of perception itself changes reality at a fundamental level. The famous double-slit experiment proved that particles act like waves until they are measured, at which point they behave like solid objects. This means that conscious observation collapses infinite possibilities into a single reality. If this applies to tiny particles, imagine how your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations might be influencing the world around you. Many believe this explains manifestation and intuition. If your brain is constantly shaping what you see, then changing what you expect to see could literally shift your reality. This is why people who expect bad things to happen often experience them, while those who focus on success seem to attract it. Your brain is a reality filter, so what are you choosing to focus on? 5. Memory is a lie. Your past keeps changing. You trust your memories. They define who you are, shape your personality, and create your understanding of life. But what if I told you that your past is not as stable as you think? Research shows that every time you remember something, your brain changes it. That means your past is being rewritten constantly, sometimes in ways you don't even realize. The brain doesn't store memories like a video recording. Instead, it reconstructs them every time you recall them. This makes memories highly unreliable. Experiments by psychologist Elizabeth Loftus revealed that people can have false memories implanted just by hearing misleading information. If this happens in everyday life, then how much of what you remember is even real? This also means that changing how you interpret your past can alter your present and future. If you rewrite a painful memory with a new perspective, focusing on what you learned rather than what you suffered, you can rewire your emotions and identity. Your past is not set in stone. It's a story your brain keeps editing. 6. The multiverse might be more than just science fiction. What if every decision you made created a new version of reality? The many worlds interpretation in quantum physics suggests that every possible outcome happens, but in a different universe. Right now, there could be another version of you who made a different choice this morning, leading to an entirely different life. Scientists believe this happens because of quantum superposition, where a particle exists in multiple states at once until it is observed. If this applies to reality at large, then the world around you might not be the only version of reality. Some researchers speculate that glitches in memory or strange coincidences could be subtle signs of overlapping realities. This raises an even deeper question. Can we access these alternate versions? Some claim that practices like visualization and deep meditation can shift our consciousness toward a different timeline, one where we made better choices or had different experiences. If infinite versions of reality exist, then maybe the key to change isn't in the future, but in learning how to shift our awareness between these possibilities. 7. Your thoughts can physically reshape your brain. Most people think their brain is fixed, that their personality, intelligence, and habits are just who they are. But neuroscience proves otherwise. Your brain is constantly changing, rewiring itself based on your thoughts, actions, and experiences. This ability, called neuroplasticity, means that every thought you repeat, every skill you practice, and every belief you reinforce is physically shaping the structure of your brain. Studies have shown that meditation can literally grow gray matter, increasing areas related to focus, emotional control, and memory. London taxi drivers, who memorize thousands of city streets, develop larger hippocampi, the brain's navigation center. The lesson? Whatever you focus on, you grow. If you constantly think about your failures, your brain strengthens those pathways. But if you focus on success, resilience, or learning, you rewire your brain for growth. The most shocking part, even fake experiences can reshape your brain. Athletes who mentally rehearse their movements activate the same brain areas as those physically practicing. If the brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined events, then what does that say about your ability to create reality? By consciously controlling your thoughts, you might be manipulating the physical structure of your mind in ways you're not even aware of. 8. You can't even touch anything, and that changes everything. Right now, it feels like you're touching something. Your phone, your desk, maybe even your own skin. But here's a mind-blowing fact. You never actually touch anything. This isn't just philosophy. It's a fundamental law of physics. Everything is made of atoms, and atoms are made of subatomic particles like electrons, which are negatively charged. When two objects come close, their electrons repel each other with electromagnetic force. This means the sensation of touch is just your brain interpreting electrical signals. In reality, the atoms in your hand are floating just above the atoms of whatever you're touching, never actually making contact. But here's where it gets strange. If we never truly touch anything, how do we experience pressure, pain, or texture? The answer is perception. Your nervous system takes these electrical signals and creates an illusion of contact in your mind. So if your entire physical experience is just a translation of electrical forces, then what else in your reality might not be as real as it seems? 9. Time might not even be real. You experience life as a series of moments, past, present, future. But physics doesn't actually support this idea. Many scientists believe time doesn't flow, it just exists. This is called the block universe theory, where past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, like a giant frozen block of reality. Einstein's theory of relativity backs this up. Time moves differently depending on speed and gravity. Astronauts on the International Space Station age slightly slower than people on Earth due to time dilation. This means time isn't an absolute, universal force. It's flexible, changing based on perspective. If time is an illusion, then what does that mean for your life? Some believe that all moments already exist and our consciousness simply moves through them. This could explain déjà vu, premonitions, and even the idea of fate. If the future is already there, then do we really have free will? Or are we just playing out events that already exist? 10. The universe might be a giant mind. Everything in the universe, from stars to atoms, follows precise mathematical laws. But why? Some scientists and philosophers argue that the universe is not just made of consciousness, but is consciousness. This idea, called panpsychism, suggests that everything has a form of awareness, even inanimate objects. Take quantum physics, for example. A particle exists in multiple states until it's observed, then it collapses into one reality. But why should observation matter? This suggests that consciousness is a fundamental force shaping reality itself. The famous physicist John Wheeler even proposed that the universe behaves like a self-perceiving system where our observation creates reality. This means you might not be inside the universe might be inside you. If reality is shaped by consciousness, then your thoughts and awareness may be more powerful than you realize. And if that's true, then maybe the greatest secret isn't hidden in the stars. It's hidden in your own mind. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.